Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nadine and this is what Nadine made. I attempted YouTube at the start of 2023. I don't know what happened. Well, I do know what happened. I think I got really nervous and just stopped filming because I saw what everybody else was doing and they just find it so easy, and I was like, why is this so hard for me? But I've decided this year I can't let imposter syndrome stop me from doing what I want to do. So I am going to try this year to be consistent every week and show you what I've made, because I did actually make quite a few things last year. I got half of my 2023 make 9 things done, which I think that's pretty good. I got 4 out of 9 made. So we'll talk about that in a minute. We'll talk about all the things I've made out of that and what was on my list. I haven't picked anything for 2024 yet. I need like a few weeks into a new year to actually start the new year, if that makes sense, because I went back to work this week and I'm still not 100% sure what day it is. So I need a couple of weeks just to merge my way into the new year. But yeah, 2023 was a good year. I did a bit of travelling. I went to Tenerife and I went to Portugal. I'd never been to Portugal before and that was really great. We went to London a few times. I went to Harry Potter Studios this Christmas, which was really fun. What else did I do this year? Just so much. Maybe I'll put some clips and you can see what I've been up to. But I have been filming throughout the year. I think imposter syndrome got to me and it just prevented me from doing what I really wanted to do, which was to show everybody what I've made and talk to people about sewing and making things and crafting. But it's a new year now, so we'll start again and see how it goes. Just to recap, my name is Nadine. I'm in my 30s. It was actually my birthday on Saturday. I live in Northampton in the UK. I run 2 Etsy shops. My main Etsy shop is Always Cozy. It's a custom embroidery and sewing shop, which I'm planning to move more into the sewing part, but my custom embroidery is still going to stay there because people seem to love it. Hopefully in 2024 we'll be growing into like more handmade stuff. I've got so much scrap fabric, so I want to make some scrap fabric projects to sell on there to kind of get rid of that fabric. My second Etsy shop is called The Paper Quilt Co, which is a foundation paper piecing pattern shop. I have been really lucky the last couple of years to be commissioned by Love Patchwork and Quilting Magazine, making patterns for them that are free to make in their magazines. So I've been really lucky and I thought, you know what, maybe I should make my own shop. It is very early days because I only opened it in November, so I'm so backlogged with uploading patterns, but hopefully in January is like kind of like get my together, and so hopefully there'll be loads of patterns on there and we'll have a plan of how we're going to move forward with them. But yeah, I do work full time as well, so I am quite busy doing a lot of things. I think I give myself a bit too much to do, but YouTube is something that I really wanted to do, and I watch YouTube a lot. Like, I don't even think I watch a lot of telly really. Well, the last couple of weeks I have been, because I watched Vigil. Has anybody seen that? It was really good. And now The Traitors series 2 has just started, so goodbye to my evenings, goodbye to getting an early night, because I'll probably be watching that. But yeah, YouTube is like one of my favourite platforms. I just thought I'd just give it a go and just see how we get on. And also I want to meet some more sewing friends. I do have friends that sew, but I'd like to have my own little group, if that makes sense, like of people that I can talk to. Hopefully we can all be friends. Basically I'm saying let's be friends, please. Thank you. My 3 favourite things to do is sewing clothes, quilting and crocheting. I did a lot of all 3, and I do have finished makes in all 3 of those categories, which is weird for me. Like, usually I'm quite inconsistent, but there is at least one thing of each of those that I have made. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's talk about make 9 2023, what I made, what I started and what I didn't even touch. So on my make 9 for 2023 was a crochet temperature blanket, the Nova Star quilt, the Heather blazer, a lunch bag, the Saguaro set by the Friday Pattern Company, the Blommer quilt, the Wesley bag, the Modo Letters to Santa quilt, and the Elaine cardigan. Out of those, I managed to finish 4, but I did start 2, so I think I did pretty well. I think that's good. I think that's good for me. I know for me that is an achievement, because I am the queen of starting things, a lot of things, and not getting them done. And there's things that I spoke about in my first video that have still not been done. So I think I did all right. So let's talk about what I did finish. So the first thing I finished on New Year's Eve, so I finished it in time, was my crochet temperature blanket. If you don't know what a temperature blanket is, it's basically you crochet 1 line for every day based on that temperature, and the colour scheme is based on the temperature of the day. So say if it's 2 degrees, you could pick green for between 2 and 4 degrees, you might pick green. Between 5 and 7, you might pick blue, that sort of thing. I did get mine finished and I love it. I'm going to show you it. Let me show you it. I haven't blocked it yet, so don't be judging, but yeah, I'll show you. Ta-da! So my way of doing it, I don't know if you can see it properly, my way of doing this was I did 4 blocks of 13 weeks, because I thought that if it was too big I would get really overwhelmed and be like, I'm not finishing this. So I thought I'll keep it small. I don't know if you can see it. If I move back, like each block has been joined and each block is 13 weeks. If I could do this again, and I think I will do this, not this year, but I think I will do one maybe for 2025, I will just do one big one, because I think that this didn't really turn out as big as I hoped it would be. But it's a good lap blanket, so in the summer when I'm sat outside in the evenings, this is going to be really good because it will cover the legs and whatever. I did decide to put some tassels on the side. Oh, I'm not holding this very well. Put some tassels on the side because I did have a lot of wool left. But yes, 365 days, 365 rows completed. I'm so happy. I've never completed a crochet blanket before, even though I've been crocheting for years. I'm just so chuffed with this. Yes. So that's the first one I made. The other things that I made was the Heather blazer. Now, I didn't make it out of the boucle that I wanted. Boucle or Berkeley? I think we had this discussion before. I think it's boucle. But I have got the boucle cut to make another one. So the first one I made was a mock one using some fabric that I bought from the knitting and stitching show at Ali Pali in the summer, well, September. And I thought I'll make a mock one first, just in case, because I don't know how it's going to fit. I don't know how it's going to go. It did actually turn out okay. It is wearable, but I don't think it's my best sewing I've ever done, but it is wearable. It can be worn. Yeah, so it's the bottom part for me where you join the lining was really tough to join up. Couldn't understand the instructions. I even watched the video. I must be thick because I just couldn't get it. I think I have done it right. I'm not 100% sure, but as I said, it is wearable. You can wear it, but I'm definitely going to give it another go this year and see how the boucle one turns out. And I also bought fabric from a charity shop, which I think I'm going to make another one out of them. So I'll have 3 different blazers for different occasions throughout the year. The boucle one is probably going to be more winter, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I say all these things, but we'll see how it goes. I made a lunch bag this year, which is probably one of the first things I did make. I followed a Sewing Times pattern from the blog Sewing Times. The instructions were not that great, so I managed to kind of figure it out. But yeah, it's just a really nice little bucket bag with like a drawstring top and some handles. Nothing too fancy, but I needed a lunch bag for work, which I haven't actually used since summer, so I should probably dig that out and start using it now that it's a new year. But yeah, that was quite an easy make, an easy quick make. Good to use your scraps, because I had loads of like big pieces of scraps that I just was able to use for that. The last one that I did finish is the Elaine cardigan. Now, I had high hopes for this cardigan. It was very simple to crochet, really big stitches through the back loop, single crochets, perfect. But when I put it on, the fit was just not it for me. Like, it's really off the shoulder, and it just, because the weight of the wool, because they tell you to use chunky wool, the weight of it, it just drags down. Now when it gets really cold here, which who knows if it will, because you know, global warming, it's going to be perfect, because it's just nice to have out, especially when I'm working from home. I don't need to put the heating on, so I can just wear the Elaine cardigan and just be cozy. But in terms of wearing it anywhere, I don't feel like, for me personally, I don't think that that's going to work for me. However, I did really enjoy stitching it. Again, it's one of the first cardigans I've ever made, I've ever crocheted, and I got it done. The two things that I did start was the Nova Star quilt. Now, if you see my first video, the Nova Star quilt has had me in a chokehold for the last 4 years. This is the second time I've started it. It just takes so long, but the blocks look great, but it takes so long to do. So there is 20 blocks to make. I think I've done about 5. Let me see, hang on. Actually, I've done 6. I've done 6 blocks already. I've done 3 in 2 different colours. I've done 3 in this colour. And I've done 3 in the orange. Again, this needs to be finished because I'm sick to death. I enjoy making it, don't get me wrong. Like, I really love this quilt and I really want one. I am determined to get it finished, but it just is so time consuming that I kind of have to be in the mood to do it. And because other quilting things have taken priority, I haven't really got round to doing it. But this year, because the fabric is still sitting there, I bought all the fabric ready, so it just needs to get finished this year, so that I feel like this one I will definitely pay for someone to quilt it, because I will want this, because it's taken so long to make it. I want a proper good quilt on it, like, you know, like one of those fancy pattern ones. So if anybody in the UK knows anybody that can machine quilt, that's got one of those free motion things and they're amazing, let me know below, or just contact me, because that will save me hours of searching online. I know there's a lot in America that do it, but I don't know many in the UK, so I would love to know if anybody knows anyone, and I can keep it for when I need them. The other one I have started is, oh, actually, I've started 4 out of 9. 3 out of 9. Because I have started the Letters to Santa quilt. But again, that one is a very big quilt. That one will be done by the end of 2024. I'm claiming it. It's going to be done. So I have actually started that. So I have actually started 3 out of 9. But the other one that I did start is the Wesley bag. Let me show you it. I'm making it out of this wool. This chunky, like, pinky purpley wool. Oh, I love it. I haven't got a lot left to do with this, and I only started this at the start of December. I've done both sides, front and back. I'm working on the bottom, and then I've got to do the pocket. I've done the 2 straps and then it's done. Then it's just putting it together. I actually think that I'm going to get that done this month, because it's just single crochets. It's just so simple. Oh, I've got to show you my crochet needle. There it is. Look how pretty that is. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I bought this off Amazon. I'll leave the link below if anybody's into crochet, or if you wanted to get someone a gift, because this is so smooth. It's acrylic, so you've got to be careful you don't drop it on anything hard, because I did see the reviews and people were like, I dropped it on marble flooring and it snapped. Like, it is acrylic, so you know, but it is so smooth. It's ergonomic. Oh, I don't know who crochets like that. I can't crochet like that. I'll hold it like that. Is that wrong? Because I see so many people hold it like a pen, and I've tried and I don't know how you're doing it like that. I'll hold it like that. Am I doing it? Do you know what? It doesn't matter if I'm doing it right or wrong, because the end result is the same. Oh, and I am releasing project bags this year. I have them cut. It needs to be made. I've just got so much going on. That is everything made for my make 9. So I finished 4 and I started 3. I wrote down that I started 2, but I actually started 3. So all in all, make 9 was a good. And you know what? The make 9 is such a good way to like keep you on track, because all the things on here were something that I wanted. I was a bit ambitious putting 3 quilts in here, to be fair. Yeah, I'm so pleased. Other things that I made this year, I'll just whiz through these because I'm conscious this is already taking too much of your time. I made the minor colette dress by Seamwork. I made this for a wedding reception. I got the fabric from Pound Fabrics. It weren't a pound. I think it was like £2.50 a metre. But still, it's a polyester crepe. It was nice and light. It's the first time doing an invisible zip, and first time doing a bust adjustment. I think it looked really well. The only gripe I had with it is the hem was wonky. I didn't cut it straight. I think it looked okay in the end, so I'm happy with that one. I finished my quilt jacket. The jacket pattern is the Juniper Quilted Jacket by Sarah Kirsten. I actually started this in 2022, so I did the quilt top in 2022. The pattern is squats and running stitches. It's the Entropy quilt, but this one is a scrap along. Love this jacket, however it's too big for me, which is such a shame because it took so long to make it. I will be making another one at some point, but I don't know if I want it to be more cropped at my waist or if I want it to be a bit longer. So that's something I need to figure out. I made the Meg dress, another Seamwork pattern. That was made from Hobbycraft fabric. I will be making another one, but just with longer sleeves, because I absolutely loved it. Had like double elasticated waist, so like 2 layers. Oh, it was just really nice. Yeah, I'm definitely making that again. I made 2 Frida tops from Sew Girl. I bought the Sew Girl pattern from the Creative Craft Show. The fabric is from Lady McElroy, and the grey one is hand stamped by me. Not doing that again, took way too long. But both tops are just nice little tops to run around in the summer and on holiday. Yeah, I like that pattern. I would like to make the dress version of it at some point. I made the Mabel top from Tilly and the Buttons. I love this top. I want to make a dress. I need to get the sizing right because the one I made was again too big. I had some weird like gathering at my waist. I don't know if it's because I didn't shear it in properly or I don't know what happened, but it was again too big. I finished one quilt top, which was the Plaid Star quilt by Grape Soda Studio. Again, started that in 2022, but at the end of 2022. Finished it early 2023. I will get it quilted and binded by the end of the year. I might actually gift that as a Christmas present to someone because it's a really nice pattern and I think that it turned out really nice. I've seen so many different colour varieties, so I'm really glad that mine turned out how I hoped it had turned out, so I'm really pleased with it. Last but not least, my favourite thing that I made in 2023 is this shirt dress that I'm wearing now. It is Simplicity S9756 View A, the shirt. This is Lady McElroy fabric. I bought it on the sale rail. There was 3.5 meters in the sale rail. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. If anybody had said to me a couple of years ago, one day you're going to make a shirt, I'd be like, make a shirt? There's no way I could sew a shirt. This pattern was so simple to make. I've cut 2 others out to make again because I just love it so much. The only thing I would say is I wish I made the sleeve a bit longer and the cuff a little bit wide. Oh no, the cuff's okay. The sleeve just needs to be a bit longer, really, because it's not sitting where I want it to be there. Let's see. So that's the only gripe I have. Another thing, I wish I put a button here, because, you know, if you've got boobs, then you know I don't need to explain why there needs to be a button there. Apart from that, absolutely love this pattern. I would say to anybody, if you wanted like a long shirt dress, to go for this pattern because it was so easy to make. I think it looks good. I think you're supposed to wear it on the beach. Oh, it just fits so nice, and it goes past your bum. Definitely going to make it again. I did attempt to make some trousers this year, but I am blessed with a booty, so I'm struggling to get them to fit right. Also, I've got quite wide calves, so it's been a lot trying to figure them out. I did get one that was okay, but for some reason, I don't know why I did this, but I decided to French seam. And I don't know why I did that, because by French seaming it, I made them smaller, which means when I put them on they were too tight because I cut them to the right size. So I've had to kind of get rid of those. So this year maybe I will do some trousers, who knows, we'll see. And that is it. That is everything I made in 2023. I don't think it's everything, but it's everything that I could think before making this video. Let me know what you made. Let me know which ones of these were your favourites. My favourite is this shirt. I absolutely love it. I literally can't get over it. I love it. Let me know what you're making for 2024, because I need some ideas. Hopefully next week I will do my Make Line 2024 list, so I've got a whole week to decide what I'm actually going to make for 2024. Thank you so much for watching. I know there's a lot of sewing channels about, so I know, you know, there's some more established people than me, but I do really appreciate you watching. Like the video, subscribe, do all the YouTubey things, and I will see you next week. Bye!